Hey everyone, here's solution for challenge 12 from the Little Book of Algorithms 2.0. We're being asked to write a subprogram called add, which has two parameters, num1 and num2. The two numbers that are passed in should be added to each other and returned to the user. So it's essentially, because we see the keyword return here, we know that it's a function. They've already said it's a subprogram, so we know we need to start in Python with the keyword def to define our function. It tells us the name of this function is called add, and it has two parameters, which are num1 and num2. What it then says is that the two numbers that are passed in should be added to each other and returned. So all we need to do is make a return variable. So let's call it sum. I'm going to say equals num1 plus num2. And then all we need to do is return sum. And that's it. In your exam, you may be asked to do that, and that might be like a 3 or 4 mark question. As a separate question, they may also ask you to show how it might be called. So if they're asking you how it might be called, then you might want to do something like num1 in, and this isn't in the actual challenge 12, but I'll do it anyway. It's an integer input because we're asking for a number, and we'll say enter a number. We're closing two brackets because we open one for the int, the casting to the integer, and once for the input. And then we do the same again for num2 as well. And then I'll show you this being called in a moment. Enter another number. It hasn't quite fit on, has it? That's why I was trying to keep it short. Whoa, all sorts of craziness is going on there. Still there, what are you doing? Let's just cut that. Enter another. Theoretically, there'd be a backward slash there, wouldn't there? Because it's a line continuation. We're going on to the next line. Enter another number. Okay. And then we'd need to call it, so we could say with a meaningful message, usually print the sum of the two numbers is backslash, because we've got a line continuation. Oh, we haven't actually called it yet, have we? So that's going to come later. Let's just move that down. We need to call our function. So we need to call, let's call it total equals add, because we're calling the add function here, and we're passing num1 in into num1 and num2 in into num2. So we say add with num1 in, comma, num2 in as such. And then we can say print the total, the sum of the two numbers is, and then we'll say close speech marks, total. We're concatenating in total. In your exam, you may also want to, instead of using the comma to concatenate, you might want to use plus. But remember, if you're going to do that, you're going to need to cast your total into a string. And we'll double close bracket because string itself is a function. Let's have a look at it, what it looks like coded. I've got one ready made here. You'll see I use comma to concatenate, but the rest is very similar to what you've seen. So if we're taking two numbers, two integers, we might say 24 and 31. That gives us 55. And yeah, it generally works. So the sum is 55, and that is the solution for challenge 12 from Little Book of Algorithms 2.0. I hope that is useful.